This is just so beyond sickening and perverse that it borders on the unbelievable. The Obama administration's National Security Council official Ben Rhodes actually had the audacity to post a death wish aimed at top Republicans and government officials on Twitter early Thursday morning. This sick act of course drew some serious condemnation from Republican Congressman Steve Scalise from Louisiana, who was seriously wounded when a deranged Bernie bro far-left-wing Democrat voter decided to become a sniper and commit a terror attack earlier this year that wounded 3 and almost killed the congressman at a GOP congressional baseball game practice back in June. Rhodes was commenting on a photo from President Donald Trump's Instagram account that was reposted by fellow Obama admin official Dan Pfeiffer. The photo showed the joyous gathering of Vice President Mike Pence, Speaker of the House Paul Ryan and Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell standing next to President Trump in the Oval Office as they celebrated the passage of the Republican tax overhaul bill. The first major overhaul in over 30 years. Alongside the obituaries of Ryan, McConnell, and Pence, Rhodes tweeted out. Keep in mind the fact that Ben Rhodes who made this threat. Not some left-wing keyboard commando based on his grandmother's basement. He's an actual government official and aide to the former Obama administration and President Obama himself. Imagine the crime these Republican lawmakers committed. They are actually letting us peons keep more of our own hard-earned money. How dare they? OFF with their heads. CBS News reports, House Majority Whip Representative Steve Scalise was at imminent risk of death when he arrived at a hospital Wednesday after sustaining a gunshot to his hip during baseball practice in Alexandria, Virginia, his doctor said Friday. When he arrived, he was in critical condition with an imminent risk of death, Dr. Jack Sava, director of trauma at MedStar Washington Hospital Center, said in a briefing on the congressman's condition. He will certainly be in the hospital for a considerable period of time, presumably weeks. However, Sava added that Scalise's condition had stabilized over the past 2 days, saying an excellent recovery is a good possibility. A single bullet traveled across Scalise's pelvis when he was shot Wednesday, fracturing bones, injuring internal organs and causing severe bleeding, Sava said. He was transported in shock to the medical center. Shooting investigation finds no evidence guns purchased illegally. Source, gunman was frustrated over political direction of U.S., the congressman's chief of staff, Brett Horton, read a statement from Jennifer Scalise, the congressman's wife. She said the family is forever grateful for the heroism of Special Agents Crystal Griner and David Bailey, who saved the lives of everyone at the baseball field that morning. Sava said Griner sustained an ankle gunshot wound. She remains in the hospital, is in good condition and is in good spirits, he said. Sava said the doctors were encouraged by Scalise's progress over the past 36 hours but he will remain in the hospital for some time. The round fragmented and did substantial damage to bones, internal organs, and blood vessels. I understand he was awake on scene, but by the time he was transported by helicopter to the MedStar Trauma Center he was in shock, he said. Sava said Scalise has been sedated, but doctors have been able to reduce sedation to allow Scalise to communicate with his family. Scalise is expected to fully recover and be able to walk, Sava said. We have controlled the internal bleeding and his vital signs have stabilized, Sava said. MedStar Washington Hospital Center previously issued a statement on Scalise's condition Friday. Earlier today, Scalise underwent a second surgery related to his internal injuries and a broken bone in his leg. He remains in critical condition, but has improved in the last 24 hours. The congressman will require additional operations, and will be in the hospital for some time. At the request of the family, we will continue to provide periodic updates, the statement said. President Trump said Friday that Scalise took a bullet for all of us when he was shot Wednesday morning at a congressional Republican baseball practice. The president's meaning was unclear as he made the comments at an event on Cuba policy in Miami. But Mr. Trump went on to say that because of him and the tremendous pain and suffering he's now enduring, and he's having a hard time, far worse than anybody thought, our country will perhaps become closer, more unified, so important. So we all owe Steve a big thank you," Mr. Trump added. "It's seriously time for government officials like this Rhodes character to be held to account for what they say. You can't just go around wishing for the death of people and just walk away without any repercussions. These people are supposed to set an example. But I'm pretty sure Twitter won't suspend his account the same way mine has been suspended multiple times because they don't like the truth posted on their platform if they don't agree with it. Please share if you want to see Twitter ban Rhodes' account."